Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the second of two videos that I'll be posting today. I may post another one today. I don't know, probably not. It is New Year's Eve. Anyway, on the last video that I uploaded earlier today, I discussed how my mum had witnessed seeing the little girl again, and this little girl was sitting on the toilet. And then I also discussed how I had heard the ghost man, which we didn't know existed before, but when I was vacuuming, I heard him tell me to move, and he walked through me, through my left shoulder and towards the wall, into the wall. And so that startled me. But what was to follow after those incidents was it started to snowball a little bit. There was a lot of sightings. There was a lot of apparitions. So we now know that we have a ghost girl and a ghost man, and they're not seen together. We've been here over 25 years. I don't believe anybody has seen the little girl and the man together. And they also dress differently as well. I don't know if that makes any difference. But what was to follow after that? So again, I don't tell anybody that I've seen, well, that I felt the ghost man. I don't say anything. So I don't want to frighten anyone. I'm not quite sure if, again, that's actually happened. It's left me feeling quite perplexed. But, you know, I put it down to one of those things. But what was to follow from there was my eldest daughter was then stating that she was playing with a little girl in the room. And she's a lot older now, and she still claims that she still has memories of that happening. But also my middle daughter, who, like I say, was my youngest daughter at the time, we were all having my sister had come up, and so had her children, and a few family members were here, close family members. We were all in my back garden, the backyard, and my sister's holding my daughter in her arms. It's still 1997 we're in here. We're still in the year 1997. So my daughter's just over 2 years old. And my landing window actually faces the back garden. It faces the back of the house. Because my stairs, you don't open a front door and then the stairs are just there. My stairs are actually on the back wall of the house. So my sister's holding my daughter, and then my daughter looks up to the landing window and she starts screaming, and she's really screaming, and as best as she can say to my sister is like she's going, Debbie, tell her to go away, tell the little girl to go away. But she's really distraught. My sister's looking up at the window, cannot see a thing, does not know what my daughter is on about. We comfort her as best as, but to this day, I mean, my daughter is now 25 and she still reckons she saw something, but nobody else actually did at that point. So another thing, what was happening as well, even though I'd had this experience with the ghost man, that I'd heard him, that I'd felt him, I hadn't actually seen him at this point. And all of a sudden, like, people like my mom and my daughters, they were actually saying that they could see him at the bottom of the stairs. And so we knew things were actually snowballing. There's a lot of sightings, and so they'd be like washing their hands in the bathroom, or just like walking on the landing, and my stairs curve round, so it isn't just a straight set of stairs. You've got some stairs and then it curves around a wall, and there's no opening on either side. It's a solid wall either side of the staircase, and then it curves around into the hallway. So they were reckoning that he was popping his head around and looking at them. And I must say that that still happens to this day. I have not witnessed that myself, but I know that other people have, other family members have. But I'm always aware of it. So, you know, if I have to use the bathroom, like, you know, early hours in the morning and, you know, late at night or whatever, and I go to like wash my hands in the bathroom, I always like look there and I'm not seeing it, and I'm always thinking to myself, don't you dare appear, don't you dare appear. So it hasn't. I mean, touch wood, it will not appear to me, but that's been seen by quite a few family members, and I am the only person who hasn't seen that yet. I was the first one to experience the man as I heard him and as I felt him. So these are all like incidents what are going on. And another thing what's within that timeline is when my mum is looking after the children at night whilst me and my sister are at work, she's having a lot of sightings of this little girl. You know, she's not making this up. You know, she's seen the little girl wandering about, and you know, it's getting to the point now where although I'm still very much frightened to be in my own home, I'm actually getting quite annoyed with this. I'm feeling quite angry with the ghosts. I can't believe that they're doing this to us. I just want to live in this house, and I just want to live in it in peace. I don't want any trouble off anybody, not even a ghost. I just want them to leave us alone. And why are they here? If I can, before I proceed, if I can just say a little bit of a backstory to the house. I mentioned in another video, it was built around about 1950. Yes, there is like coal seams running through, and I knew this when I purchased the house. You know, you have to have like a check on your house by the coal authority, the coal board, and so, but there's no mine shafts or anything. But there was a mining accident in the old mines, and in Bircham Wood Colliery, and I think it was 1925, 1926. I really can't remember the date that I researched, but there was a mining accident within the area, and on one of the coal seams, I think that's where the men lost their lives. I think there's probably about 7 men involved in the accident, maybe more, I really don't know, but it happened somewhere near this property. Now I know that because there's a landmark. It doesn't state exactly where underground those men lost their lives, but we do know it happened somewhere near our local church. And I'm not too far away from that church, and neither is any of these properties. Now, before this, I don't think anything was actually built on this land before my house. Now, the cottages did stand across the road, and there's some great pictures, but some like really creepy pictures as well of these cottages what were across the road. Those cottages were still in existence when my house was built, because my house is clearly on the same photographs. As someone's taken a photograph of the street, the cottages are there, and my house is there across the road. Now I don't think anything was built here. I know there was a farm, but I don't think the farm building was here. I think that was maybe a little bit further down. And I'm also being made aware that there could have been another mining accident, which would, you know, if that's going to be any haunting, that would have been the houses further down the road, across the road. So you know, maybe the man has got something to do with this. I don't find the male ghost as much as a threat as I do the little girl. I don't find any of them a threat. What I'm trying to say is, you know, to my own peace of mind, I'd much rather see the man if I had to choose, and I choose none. But if I had to choose, I would choose rather to see the male ghost rather than this little girl, because she just kind of like just appears where he just tends to like walk past and do his own thing, and half of the time he doesn't tend to notice. So, but moving on now, that's everything what's going on. My mum's seen the little girl a lot during the evening or late afternoons, evening. My daughters are seeing the little girl, and a lot of people are saying that they're seeing this man poke his head around the stairs, and then, you know, that he just like disappears again. He just leans around the wall, around the curve of the stairs, and then that's it, and that's all. And so one of the big incidents what did happen was when there was one day where myself, my mum and my sister, we had to go out somewhere during the day. I can't remember what it was where we had to go. It might have been a funeral, but this was August of 1997. So having 5 children wasn't really ideal to take with us. So my cousin, who is a school teacher and still is a school teacher, she offered to have the children because it was August holidays. She did have a bit of schoolwork to do, some papers and paperwork and everything, but she was like, look, you know, I will have the children, and you know, I can like do my schoolwork whilst I'm looking after the kids. And it's quite ideal having a school teacher looking after your children whilst you're not there. So we were like, yeah, but I was very, very aware of when all the children are together, and there was still only 5 of them, but when all 5 of them are together, they were quite boisterous. They were good children, but, you know, they ran around a lot. And I didn't want them to destroy the house. I was like, you know, it was nice and warm and hot outside, and we, you know, they had plenty of outdoor toys to play with. And so I was like saying to my cousin, I was like, please don't let them destroy the house. Don't let me come back and just like find like everything destroyed, ornaments smashed, everything upturned, and just carnage everywhere. You know, I don't fancy coming back to a mess. And my cousin was quite surprised. She was like, look, I'm a school teacher. What do you think is going to happen? I will not let them destroy anything. She says, but I tell you what, to give you peace of mind, the children can play outside, and she'll have like my younger one there, my youngest daughter, or my middle daughter now, and I'll keep checking on them. I'll mark my work at the table, and then if any of them want to go to use the bathroom, I shall say that they've got to ask me first, rather than them running up and down the stairs. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. So that's what she did. So we've gone out by that point. So she informed the children, look, if you want to use the bathroom, ask me first, rather than running up and down the stairs. And then at least I know where you are at all times. Now, I have to also add at this point, it was daytime though, even though I'd seen apparitions in the daytime here. We hadn't told my cousin because we didn't think that there was any need to say, hey Sam, you know, there's a ghost in the house. So the chances are she probably would not have wanted to be here. So, but you know, it's just not something you kind of like drop in conversation anyway, not unless like there's plates flying about and there's like really bad poltergeist activity, which there wasn't at this point. It seemed to be like apparitions only. That there has been other things since, but those things have seemed to replace the apparitions, so it's kind of like flipped on its head. But anyway, getting back to the story, so Sam has told the children that if they want to use the bathroom, just come and tell her first, rather than running up and down the stairs. And then, you know, it's a happy situation for everybody. So and they do. So every time they want to use the bathroom, they're asking, well, not asking her permission. They're just saying, look, I'm going to go upstairs. And she says they were lovely. They kept asking her. But there she was this one time at the table, which is the table just behind me there. So you can see where it is in in relation to the door. So that door's open. She's sitting at that table. So, and she's marking her work. And next minute, this child comes running in. And you know what's going to happen. Comes running in and bang, 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 up the stairs, goes running up. And Sam's quite annoyed. She's like, you know, I told the children to ask me. They've clearly been asking me every time. So why not now? So she puts her schoolwork down, she puts her papers down, and she goes up the stairs after them. What did I just tell you? What did I tell you, children? And she's going up, she can't see anything, but she's just presumes they're sitting on the toilet or they've gone in the bedroom or something. And she said, what did I tell you? I told you that you had to come to me first before you went to the toilet. Nothing, no answer. So she checks the toilet, no one's in there. Checks the bedroom, no one in there. So then she's checking the other rooms upstairs and there is nobody there. So, but she's clearly seen a little girl running up the stairs. So she looks out of the landing window, like I say, backs onto the back garden, and all the children are there. They're all there, apart from the youngest, who was still in the living room. So at this point, she's really creeped out. And so she waits for us to come home and tells us, and we're kind of like not surprised, but we do admit that yes, there is something there. You know, we didn't tell her, we didn't feel we needed to tell her, but we didn't think that she was going to see or hear anything. Unfortunately, she did. And what she did say is, although there would be other offers of having the children, which she never did actually, but if she ever did, she would not be in this house doing it. And, you know, she's a professional school teacher, very level-headed, never spoken about those things for us, certainly not when we were growing up. We're cousins, we're first cousins. She's never mentioned anything like remotely interested. She's just got on with her life. That came as a shock. And, you know, so that was somebody else who had seen the ghost girl. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope I got all the details in. It's quite, because like I say, there's so many things that have happened in this house. And so it's quite difficult, especially like when you going back years and years and years, to try and piece everything together and trying to put it in a timeline when it did happen. But that was like a major year of this house for incidents happening. Say, obviously it started in 1996. We moved in 1995. It started in 1996, where there was 2 sightings then. By 1997, the whole thing had snowballed, where it was a ghost girl and a ghost man. So, you know, there's a lot more to come, a lot more to come, a lot more incidences. I hope you like that one. Like I say, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. See you later.